up, speckers, traders, and players? All right, we're checking out what I am currently buying. So I just got back from my local LGS, went through some of their boxes and some of the cards in the case. And here is what we picked up today. So let's take a look. All right. We've got a revised Soul Ring, a Solemn Simulacrum full art, borderless, some Soul Talismans, and I think I got a few of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. We picked up one of these promo Soul Rings, foil planar bridge, Paradox Engine. I'm still picking these up. These are still super cheap. Yes, they're banned in Commander, but I love the card. I love what it does. And at some point, if it ever gets unbanned, unlikely, or, you know, some other deck comes out and takes advantage of it, they're super cheap. They used to be almost $30, and now they're like $3 or $4. So pick them up whenever I see them. All right, we've got Memory Crystal. This is actually for my Arkham Daxon deck. All buyback costs are reduced by 2. I do run a buyback card in there, Capsize, and since I can fetch this from the deck, I figured I might try it in there and see if it works out well for me when I'm using Capsize. If not, it'll just go into the collection, and maybe at some point I'll do a buyback deck or something like that I can take full advantage of this. We got Liquid Metal Torque. I like the retro frame on this. Just going to add it to an EDH deck. Font of Mythos. I am currently trying to build Quasar, Augur of Agonies, so pick that up for that. I'm sure I have one somewhere, but it was there, and I figured I wouldn't have to look for my copy, so I just picked it up. Borderless Forsaken Monument, another great card. I think this has some potential. It's never going to 10x on us, but it might, it might 5x on us. And what the card does is amazing. Again, one of those unique cards, does something that no other card does, and it's a really great card. Colorless creatures you control get +2/+2 whenever you tap a permanent for colorless. Add an additional colorless, and whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. I run Mycosynth Lattice in Arkham Daxon, which makes all spells colorless. So this really works out well for that deck. So I might try it in that deck as well. We've got Gilded Lotus here. This is a secret lair. I think I got, so I got a regular one and a foil one. I picked it up. I like the artwork. I didn't get a chance, I don't think, to get this secret lair, so I figured I'd pick this up. Bubble Matrix, another card that I'm interested in possibly running in Arkham Daxon. Yep, they had a few of these, so I figured I'd pick some up. I think I got a playset of Bubble Matrix. So, again, older card. Hopefully it'll go up in value, and I can use it in one of my decks. I spec'd on this card a while ago. If you guys saw that video, this card has done absolutely nothing. But, again, I love the retro frame and the foil. This card looks amazing, so I picked up, 8 or 9 of these, I think. You see the rest of these. Maybe I picked up more than 8 or 9. And then Secret Lair Darksteel Ingot in foil, 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 and a Commander's Sphere from Secret Lair as well. So I'm just going to, slowly swap these into decks that I'm currently using these cards in. And I like the artwork. I like a lot of the Secret Lair artwork as well. So just going to swap these out and upgrade the deck a little bit. Try to pimp it out a little bit. That's not it. We got another one. So This is for a Friends deck, and I got both copies, borderless and regular. This is also for a Friends deck. This one is a spec target of mine. It's foil. These things are super cheap. I really love this card. I've talked about it before. The ability on this card, again, is a unique ability. This card is really, really cheap, and what it does, I think, it can be very useful. So this is a card that I'm speccing on. For a friend, got 2 copies, so whichever one they decide they want. One with nature. This is a foil and non-foil. These foils command a pretty high multiplier price. They're an older set, so the foils are much more expensive than the regular cards. But I love this card. This is a great card for EDH in the right deck. I do run this in Reese the Redeemed. Basically, I can drop Reese on turn 1. On turn 2, if I've got this in my hand, I can drop this and possibly a Soul Ring or something else that costs 1 mana. And this basically says, whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, you may search your library for a basic land card and put that card into play tapped, then shuffle your library. The acceleration that I get when I happen to have this card in one of the 7 cards when I draw when I draw my 7 cards at the beginning of the game. It obviously doesn't happen often, but when it does, this thing is absolutely amazing. It's a very overlooked card, I think, and I just start swinging with the creature. Usually, Reese the Redeemed is what I'm swinging with when I've got this in my hand in the early game. You're in a 4-man pod, and sometimes people don't get a creature out in time to block. It takes them a couple turns. So, I'm usually getting at least 2, maybe 3 lands on top of hopefully not missing land drops, and the acceleration is just crazy. It's so worth it, this card. The non-foil is pretty cheap. I think it's around like $2 or something like that. The foil is a bit more expensive. I don't know, somewhere between 15 and 18 bucks, I think, something like that. But figured I'd pick up the foil as well and pimp out my Reese deck. We've got the Strixhaven. I've talked about these cards before. I do like the Strixhaven. We've got some foil etched and regular foils, I think. This is Primal Command. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Picked up some of those. This is Cultivate, I believe. Japanese. Some foils and non-foils. Picked up some of those. There's another Primal Command. And then I picked up some borderless English Cultivates. I love this card. Picked up every single one that they had there. These are foils and then some non-foils, I believe. So again, there we go, foils and then non-foils. So again, I've mentioned this card before as a spec target. It's pretty cheap right now, so I keep picking them up. I love the artwork, and I think it's got room to grow. Same thing with Bloodbraid Elf. Talked about this card before. Pick that up when I see it. Foil Rampant Growth. I pick that up when I see it. Foil Hardened Scales. Pick that up when I see it. This I picked up for a Friends deck. Yawgmoth's Will. And Maze of Ith. And I found an older one they had, and then I bought a couple of the newer ones. So all Maze of Ith, but yeah, old artwork. Love the old artwork, and then new artwork. So that's what we got there. And then last but not least, they had an unlimited Soul Ring and an unlimited Brain Geyser. I love Brain Geyser. I think this is a great card. And they had a copy that was in pretty decent condition, so I decided to pick it up. The Soul Ring is in moderately played condition, but it's an unlimited Soul Ring, so what's not to love about that? And that concludes this episode of what am I buying from my local LGS? Leave any comments, share the video, like the video, and don't forget about the 1,000 subscriber contest. Get to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to give away 3 reserve list cards. And I didn't forget them this time. We've got Suchi. We've got, wow. I said I didn't forget, and of course I did. Didgeridoo and Undiscovered Paradise. Those 3 cards, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving those away. So make sure if you want a chance at winning those cards that you are a subscriber. Peace out!